So we're going to start out laying down on our backs. And if your low back feels tight, feel free to keep your knees bent with your feet on the floor. You can let your knees fall in against each other. You might want a blanket under your head, or if your legs are stretched out, maybe a blanket underneath your knees. Sliding your shoulder blades down your back, closing your eyes. Just coming to Shavasana first thing here, melting into the mat. And I'll see you in an hour. Just kidding. It's not nap time. But for right now, just tuning into your breath, tuning into any awareness of sensation in your body. As you begin to deepen your breath and allow it to flow fully through your whole being. I'm thinking about the ways in which you want things to be different in your life right now. Maybe there's impatience about social isolation. Maybe there's worry about loved ones or yourself. Maybe there's frustration that you can't travel in the ways you have in the past. Just tuning into those feelings of things not being as they quote unquote should. And notice how that shifts your breath, how it feels in your body. And bringing an awareness to the fact that when we want things to be different than they are, when we think they should be, when we should on ourselves, we're creating inner conflict, which is a big thing to own. That's conflict that we create. So today's practice, we're going to just tune in over and over again to things being just as they are, right where we are, as we journey into the day. So coming back to just awareness of creating space, of tuning into all the senses that you can take in information from right here, right now. How this moment of breath and ease is wonderful in its own simple little ways. And let's take 2 letting go breaths, letting go of conflict, resistance, blockages. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Again. And then bending one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor and hugging the knees into the chest. You might rock a little side to side if that feels good on your low back. And then squeezing the knees in against each other, and you can actually find your block and squeeze the block between the thighs, squeezing the legs in against each other. So hands are going to be on the knees. We're going to do just a little core engagement here, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, pressing the low back into the floor. With your next inhale, bring the arms over the head as the toes come down to barely touch the floor, and then exhale, coming back. Inhale. Stretching out, toes barely touch the floor. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, long. Exhale. Moving with your breath, we'll do 2 more. Nice, and then releasing the block, bringing the hands back to the tops of the knees and begin to move your knees around in separate circles so they come together and then out, away from each other, around and back in. So as we're tuning into our awareness today, the ways in which we consciously or unconsciously choose to create inner conflict, let's reverse the direction of the circles here. You can also tune into the desire to know or be in control. That's something that I notice a lot in myself. Like, I just want to know. I want to know what's happening, what I can prepare for, what's the right thing to do. And bringing the knees in together, hugging them in, lifting the head, curling into a little ball, and then relaxing the head down. Squeeze the knees in against each other without the block now, bringing the arms out to either side. Pressing low back into the floor. Squeeze those legs. Take an inhale here. Exhale, drop the legs halfway to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, halfway left. Inhale, center. Exhale, halfway right. Inhale, center, strong core. Exhale, halfway left. Inhale, center, keep those legs squeezing. Exhale, 3/4 of the way to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, 3/4 of the way to the left. Inhale, center, again, 3/4 of the way each side. So noticing that desire, we want to have control, and really, life is such a big mystery. This time we're going to exhale all the way as far as we can to the right without resting our legs on the floor. And then inhale, coming back center. Exhale as far as we can to the left without resting the leg. Inhale, back to center. Exhale all the way to the right. This time we're going to let the legs rest. Bringing the right hand down to the left knee or thigh, stretching that left arm away from you. Deep breaths here. So when we want to be in control, it's usually because there's a lack of deeper trust in ourselves or the process of life. So as we return to the mat each day, the breath, the awareness of the present moment, we can begin to build more trust with ourselves for showing up, with ourselves for digging deeper, for creating this time and space for awareness, and trust with the larger world, that easeful living, to lean back into the support of the universe and realize we're part of a greater whole. Let's take 2 letting go breaths here. Feel yourself melt into the support of the universe. Deep inhale here. Nice. With your next inhale, bringing the legs back to center, wiggling the spine, realigning the spine, the hips, bringing the knees back in, squeezing them in together. And as you exhale, come all the way over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale all the way to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, all the way left this time. Resting the legs on the floor, left hand to right knee or thigh. Encouraging the legs to relax down, stretching the right arm out from the shoulder. You can look out over it if you'd like. Feeling your breath flow through this twist, releasing and relaxing anything that doesn't need to be engaged. So we cultivate this habit of our perspective shift by simply choosing it when we notice that we're in a place of contraction, a place of feeling like we need to know, or that we're frustrated, or we want things to just go back to the way they were, or how is this all going to work out? It doesn't seem like there's a clear solution. Coming back to the awareness that we can be here with curiosity to walk slowly into the mystery of what awaits us. We don't need to know where it's leading. Deepening that trust. Let's take 2 letting go breaths here. With your next inhale, unwind. Come back to center. Realigning the spine. Arms out to the sides. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop knees left. Beautiful. Coming back to center, hugging the knees in. Nice. And then extending the arms and legs up towards the sky, circling the hands and feet in the cosmos. And going back the other way. And we're going to do one more little core thing here. So we're focusing a bit on the core today, but pretty gently. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, drop your right leg and your left arm long on the mat. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left leg, right arm long. Inhale back to center. Feel your core engage, low back pressing to the floor. Right leg, left arm. Inhale, center. Left leg, right arm. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Nice, and then hug your knees into your chest again. Rocking a little side to side. And then placing the feet on the floor, hip width apart, in close to your body. If you have something underneath your head, you may want to remove it. So we just did a lot of front body contraction. So now we're going to open up that space with some bridge flow here. So with your next inhale, press strongly into your feet, lift your body and your arms up. Arms come up to the sky and over your head. And exhale, lowering back down. Again, inhale, lifting up. Maybe a little higher. Exhale, lowering back down. Flowing with the breath. Flowing with each day. You don't need to be in a rush to get anywhere. So 2 more breaths here. And then releasing down. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Knees falling out to either side. Recline to bound angle pose. Letting those hips just passively open. Bringing the hands to the low belly. Breathing so deeply that the breath rises and falls, fully expanding through the whole torso with the breath, with the inhale, and relaxing fully with the exhale. Two more deep breaths here. Nice. And then hugging your knees into your chest, scooping them up. And rolling over to one side and pressing your way up, and we're going to come right to hands and knees. So, if you'd like a blanket underneath your knees, you're welcome to put one there. Hands underneath the shoulders with the fingers spread really wide. Knees underneath the hips or a little bit wider. We're just going to go into a flow here. Take an inhale. Exhale, round the spine, gazing towards the belly button. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, let the motion slide up the spine, belly drops, head lift. Exhale, rounding back. Feeling into the fluidity of your spine. Amazing inner workings of your body, your universe. One more time, rounding. Inhale. Lifting, walking the hands a little bit forward, curling the toes under and press back to a down dog, bending one knee deeply and then the other. With your next inhale, pull forward to a plank pose, top of a push-up. You can drop your knees if you'd like. We're going to lower all the way down to the floor. Reaching the arms above the head. Inhale, lift, arms, head, and leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, press back to hands and knees. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. One more time. And curl the toes under, press back, down, down. Moving here. With your next inhale, pulling forward to a plank pose, top of a push-up. You can drop your knees if you'd like, and lower all the way down to the floor. Elbows and shoulders back. Arms out to T this time, stretching out from the shoulders. Inhale, lift up, arms, head, and legs. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Squeezing those glutes, strong glutes. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down, hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, press back to hands and knees. Round, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale. One more time. And curl the toes under, press back, down, down. Nice. With your next inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through top of the mat. Keeping that back knee lifted if you can, and coming up, we're gonna do this like slow stepping into the future, practicing slowing this down. So this is a little balance challenge. So we're gonna step forward, sliding that back leg and coming up with the knee as we lift the arms, and then exhale, stepping back behind you. Again, inhale, stepping forward, lifting the knee, exhale, stepping back. One more time. Lifting up, exhale, stepping back. Inhale, lift the arms up in this lunge. Exhale, touch the mat. Inhale, press back, down dog again. Inhale, pull forward, plank pose. Drop your knees if you'd like, lower all the way down. Inhale, up, baby cobra, pressing into the hands. Exhale, back down. Keep those elbows in against the body, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, up, maybe a little higher this time. Exhale, back down. Inhale, press back to hands and knees. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. One more time. And curl the toes under, press back down. With your next inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through to the top of the mat, high lunge, coming up. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, stepping forward, sliding that foot, let's bring the arms up. That's what we did before. Exhale, arms come back and down. Inhale, stepping forward. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Stay in the lunge. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, touch the mat. Inhale, step back to a down dog. Exhale here. Inhale, pull forward to a plank pose. Drop your knees if you'd like. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, up, cobra. Maybe a little higher than before. Exhale, back down, keeping the shoulders down. Neck elongating. Exhale, down. Inhale, press back to hands and knees. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. One more time. And then curl the toes under, press back. Down dog. With your next inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through. We're going to come to a pigeon pose. So we're going to bring the right knee behind the right wrist, sliding the left leg back behind you. You might want something underneath your right hip. You can stick a block or a blanket there to hold you up. You want to have your hips square, so you're not falling over on that right hip, but that they're level and even here. If you don't want to do this pose, or you don't have the ability to do it right now, you can do a figure 4 stretch on your back. So right ankle to left knee and hugging the legs in. Okay? So finding what works for you here. We're just doing this deep hip opener. So if you are in a pigeon pose, come up onto your finger pads. Inhale, lifting the heart. Just breathing in this exact moment right where you are. And as you exhale, melt forward, walking your arms out. to whatever extent you can or want to today. And melting forward and sinking into stillness here, letting this be a practice of being with sensation. Maybe you would describe it as discomfort, as you just fully connect with the present moment. This breath right here, the sensation right here, the unknowns right here, the mystery, the curiosity. Tuning in, getting still. Two more breaths here. And then bringing the hands back in, coming up. If you are in pigeon pose, curling the back toes under and pressing back to a down dog. Moving, integrating, stretching. We'll stretch the opposite side, reaching the left hand to the right shin and twisting to look underneath the right arm. And then coming back to a down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through pigeon pose on this side. Sliding the right leg back again, finding the squareness in your hips so they're equally balanced. You might put something underneath your left hip. You're welcome to do figure 4 stretch on your back if pigeon doesn't work for you for whatever reason. Inhale, lifting the heart up onto the finger pads, filling your awareness, your breath with this present moment as you exhale, folding forward, coming down to rest. And you might let this be a slow evolution into folding forward. You don't have to go all the way right away. As you melt down, let your breath guide you as you tune into right here, right now. Nowhere else to be in your mind than right here. Noticing sensation, noticing thoughts around sensation. Especially noticing resistance that comes up to what you're feeling right now. You say, when can we get out of this pose? Or, I don't feel comfortable. Why is this always a hard pose for me? Just noticing those thoughts. They're not good or bad, but they might be a habit. Noticing what happens when you just get curious, exploring what's here right now. Last few breaths on this side. Two more breaths. And then walking the hands back up. Curling the right toes under, pressing back. Woo, down dog. Moving in any way that feels good. That sunshine feels nice. And from this down dog, now reaching your right hand back to your left shin or ankle and twisting, looking underneath your left arm. And then releasing, coming forward to a plank pose, dropping the knees and pressing back to child's pose. Resting here. Bringing the elbows in towards the head, palms together, and dropping them towards the back of the head, towards the back of the heart. Nice opener for the triceps. And also a little prayer for our wisdom to be guided as we move forward with each day. And then releasing the hands, coming up with the torso, sliding the feet to one side, and coming down onto your back. Make sure you have your block nearby. We're just going to do a little supported inversion. So coming back to a bridge pose, feet hip width apart and close to the body, nothing underneath your head. With your next inhale, press strongly into your feet, lifting the hips up. We're going to slide the block underneath the sacrum here. Just letting yourself relax into the support of the block, putting you in this really gentle inversion. If you'd like, you can stretch your legs out long, just letting yourself be in this beautiful arc, heart opening. If you'd like to have more of an inversion, you can lift your legs up into the air. Wherever you are, closing your eyes, deepening your breath. Thinking we should be anywhere but exactly where we are creates conflict. Use this breath to just let it go. Keep that practice going throughout your day. Maybe even cultivating some appreciation for exactly where you are. What are the gifts, the lessons, the little bits of beauty revealed that wouldn't be otherwise? One more breath here. And if your legs are up or stretched out, bringing the feet back to the floor. Inhale, lifting up off your block, removing the block, lowering down to the floor, hugging your knees into your chest. Let the knees come away from each other. Reach through the inside of the knees, grab onto the outside of the feet or the ankles for a happy baby pose. You can rock a little side to side here too. If there's any final poses you would like to find before coming to Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, stretching out long on your back. Arms by the side. The pose we started in today. Notice what has shifted from this practice. Body, mind, spirit. Let yourself sink into this moment. Nothing to do, Just be. Receiving all the information through your senses of this present moment. Bringing your awareness back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath and wiggle your fingers and toes. And as you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here, keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. Sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by Dana Faulds to wash over you. This is a poem called Walk Slowly. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget to catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I am going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, to be, and walk slowly into the mystery. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. I thank you all for joining me for practice today. Let's all continue to walk slowly into the mystery. Grateful to be part of this journey with you. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.